In this video, I'm going to talk about a concept called buy, borrow, die, and this is a concept that has been used by the ultra wealthy for years and years to create generational wealth. Think of people like the Rockefellers or the Ruperts. This is the exact strategy they use to create generational wealth, and in this video, I'm going to simplify this concept so that you can implement it in your life no matter what your financial situation. The truth is, most people want to become ultra wealthy, but the reality is that they lack the skills or the mindset to follow through. So I started my own financial journey a couple of years ago, and I stumbled upon this concept and I realized that it's so simple, yet it's so effective. So if you're someone that wants to increase your income, build assets, or just create generational wealth, this video will help you a lot. The first part of this concept is buy. And this is where you take your current income and focus every single extra amount of money that you have available to buy assets. The definition of assets is something that can go up in value over time, as well as put money in your pocket. There's many different definitions of assets. What I see as an asset is something that can grow in value as well as put money in your pocket. A simple example is property. Property can go up in value, but it can also generate cash flow and pay you every single month. Something like gold is seen as an asset as well, but if you buy gold, it goes up in value, but it doesn't generate any cash flow. So that isn't exactly what I mean. I'm talking specifically about property in this video because it's what I use and it's what the ultra wealthy uses. And this is why it makes it so simple. So the idea would be to buy as many assets as you can, and obviously you'll have to sign surety or use your income to buy those assets. So you'll have to get loans, you'll have to buy properties, whether it's with cash or with a loan. The idea is to accumulate many assets over a long period of time. This is going to be a strategy that takes a couple of years, but the idea behind this is to create generational wealth. So you won't necessarily be the one that's benefiting in the shorter term. It's going to be your kids and your grandkids at the end of the day. And this is going to be a selfless move that you commit towards from the beginning, and once you realize that you're doing it for the greater good and not just for yourself, it becomes really straightforward. So once we buy a lot of assets, and let's say we can accumulate 10 or 20 million rand worth of real estate in your lifetime, and that's where we focus on the second point, which is borrow. This is where you simply borrow against your assets, and in many cases it's going to be in the form of a home loan, or with a paid off property you can use something like an access bond. And basically what you do is you continue to borrow against your assets. So you buy your assets, then you borrow against them. And this can be in the form of property-backed loans or access bonds in this situation. Specifically in South Africa, it's difficult to continuously borrow against your assets. It's not the same as in the US, but it is still possible, especially with commercial properties as well. Just to put this into perspective, the buy and the borrow part will kind of be happening at the same time. So if you're starting out, you buy a property, it generates cash flow, and after 6 or 12 months, then you try and borrow against it again. It can be in the form of your access bond, any additional payments that you've made through the cash flow that the property has generated, or through something called a refinance. Using a refinance is a great way to scale your portfolio, and if you don't really understand how it works, I made a separate video about this that you can check out. And it's a great way that you can buy properties and build equity and then borrow against that equity to continue to scale your portfolio. You will effectively buy property and then borrow against it, and then use the borrowed money to buy a second property, and then you repeat the process. So buy and borrow kind of works alongside each other, and then the third step is happening a bit later on. So once we bought properties and we can now borrow against these properties, we continue to use the borrowed money to buy more assets or buy more properties, and then we borrow against it again. So the concept is quite simple, but implementing it is not as easy. That brings us to the third point, which is die. And the word die is so extreme, But basically, this part comes down to life insurance. Eventually we'll pass away, eventually we'll die. We all are standing in a queue waiting to die. And why not benefit from it at the end of the day? And this is why I love using life insurance, not just on my own life, but on family members or friends or whatever it might be. But this concept is focused on taking out life insurance on your own life so that you can pay off all the debt once you pass away. So now we are buying assets that can grow in value over time as well as generate cash flow. Then eventually we borrow more money from the banks or borrow against the assets to continue to buy more assets, and then we take out life insurance at the end of the day so that if we eventually pass away, our policy will pay out and settle all the outstanding debt of our portfolio. And this is where generational wealth is created. I might not be the one that benefits a lot in the shorter term or in my lifetime, but imagine you bought a lot of properties, you borrowed against them, and you scaled to a 20 million rand portfolio. Take out a 20 million rand life insurance policy, and that pays out once you pass away, and then you can settle all your debt. That means your loved ones or your wife or your husband or your kids sits with around 20 million rand worth of assets without lifting a finger. And this is the most important part. It's called structuring, because without the right structure, this cannot be passed on to your loved ones and protected over a longer period of time. So the idea is, of course, to teach your wife, your husband, or your kids this exact same strategy so that they can take the 20 million rand that you have created over your lifetime and buy more property or buy more assets that will go up in value, that will generate cash flow, and then they can borrow against that. And hopefully by the time that they pass away, you have generated a 40, 50 or 60 million rand property portfolio, and you can take out a 60 million rand life insurance policy on yourself and repeat the process. So it's, in simple terms, literally an insurance policy against all of the debt that you have taken out. The difficult part is to scale from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 properties and to create a massive portfolio using money of banks or investors, and then eventually once you pass away, to pay it all off. We have to use something like a trust structure to set up the entities correctly so that it's protected as well as scalable in the future. An ideal setup would probably be having a PTY with a holdings trust and having a separate family trust that is the beneficiary of the holdings trust. And by doing it in that way, you can make sure that you protect your overall wealth if you eventually pass away. With that said, let me know if you think that this is actually possible in South Africa or not.